Racism, sexism, patronization, unconscious bias, overt bias. These are terms that in corporates, these are not normally said out loud, but they do happen. So in a corporate setting, how do you deal with these instances when they do happen, both from an individual perspective and from the corporate perspective? I would think that with racism and sexism, these are illegal by law, so they're easier to deal with once proven. So from a corporate perspective, they're a lot easier to deal with. However, from an individual perspective, because sometimes it is so much more difficult to actually prove these instances, how do you deal with such instances of racism or sexism or overt bias? I think from a patronization, subtle patronization and unconscious bias, those are always more difficult to deal with as they are more pervasive. I've seen many companies of late provide unconscious bias training, because as much as we do not like to accept it, as individuals, we all have biases, and sometimes we are not conscious of the biases that we have. So I've seen corporates provide unconscious bias training to ensure that everybody in the company is aware of the biases that they have. So back to all of these instances, actually not just focusing on racism or sexism or unconscious bias, what tools are there in our corporates to ensure that individuals who are found with these characteristics are made aware? In some instances, I have seen whistleblowing lines that are available in corporates for employees to be able to raise their concerns, even about the character or performance or personality of somebody. And I've seen, in rare instances, I've actually seen companies who name and shame individuals who have been found to do wrong. So with this in mind, whether from an individual or corporate perspective, I would like for you to share your comments on what you think corporates or individuals should do more in order for us to reduce the number of instances where there's overt racism, sexism, patronization, or any biases, and what we can do to actually change this. Thank you.